want to thank you all for joining us on another episode of Rolling with Richard. Today we have Latosha Selexman, Division Manager of Community Reentry Network Program. And then we have Mr. James Bell today, Program Manager for the Community Reentry Network Program. Texas prisons cost taxpayers roughly $50 per inmate per day, or $18,500 a year. An estimated 68% of released prisoners are arrested within 3 years. In an effort to keep offenders from returning to jail, the city of Houston started a reentry program that teaches hands-on skills and helps them land a job. For those that may not know, can either one of you all explain recidivism and what that is and how that works on a day-to-day basis for those that are just coming out of whatever penal system they might have been in?
Sure. So recidivism is defined as the rate at which a person returns to incarceration, whether they being rearrested, reconvicted, within typically it's 3 years. The national statistics, they recognize recidivism as the rate in which a person returns to prison or incarceration 3 years post-release.
So what causes someone to, I guess, go back to what they're doing to recommit these crimes, and how can we combat that as a community to kind of put our arms around these people to keep them from wanting to go back to that life?
That's a really, really good question. So I think that that's a two-part question I think that you asked. So there are a number of things that we can do to combat, and there are a number of things that cause them to go back. When they reconnect and they go back into the same kinds of neighborhoods that have the same kinds of activities going on, and they reconnect with the same kinds of people who are doing the same kinds of things, when they don't have access to employment opportunities, when they don't have access to programs that can help support them when they come home from incarceration, then they tend to get involved into maladaptive, for lack of better terms, behavior and activities, which lead them back into incarceration. Additionally, when you see people who are released from incarceration and they don't have strong familiar support, family support, they don't, or they're not involved with any sort of peer support, you also see them becoming involved in activities that will lead them back to incarceration. And what we have seen in our program is that when people are connected, or they feel connected to something positive, and there's a strong support system there in place, we see them start to really progress and do better because there's a sense of hope that's built up in the individual, and then they start to move forward with their lives.
Understood. What are some success stories that you've seen in this program?
And I think I'm reminded of one guy in particular, and I see this with a lot of men and women, to get that job when you've been locked up 10, 15 years, those are some transferable skills that they do take advantage of while in prison. And they come out, and we work with them as far as interviewing, how to write a resume, how to complete an application the correct way, and they get that job, and now it's a livable wage earning job where they can actually provide for their family, provide for their wives and their sons and daughters. So they now have a sense of feeling whole and complete, and they actually are contributing to the household versus taken from the household. I'm reminded of this guy who had 15 felonies, been in prison 4 times, got out and got a very good job. Now he's being groomed to be a supervisor. Wow. And that success is not only for the men and women in our program, but for any man or woman between age of 18 up to 70, been arrested, in prison, parole, probation. We identify those barriers that hinder them from transitioning back into the community, and we help remove those, right? So whether it's transportation assistance, whether it's education, whether it's GED, whether you need clothing assistance, food assistance, we provide those services here. And really, transportation. So if a person really wants to be successful, then 4802 Lockwood with the Community Reentry Network program in Kashmir is the place for you.
Okay.
And then fortunately, because we built such a family style environment here, when there's someone who appears to be kind of getting off track, their cohorts, the people that are in the group with them, will kind of pull the case managers to the side, or Mr. Bell to the side, or someone to the side, and say, hey, check on this person, or check on that person. Something is not right. Or have you heard about this one, or have you heard about that one? And we get right on it.
Yeah.
We have to see what's going on, because we don't want to leave any sheep behind.
Right.
You know, as a shepherd, you never want to leave your sheep behind. So you know, it's disheartening to hear that someone may have lost their way. But the good thing is that our doors are always open.
Right.
You know, things happen in life, but we don't ever close the doors on anyone. We are always open to be able to support people whenever they want to come back home and receive some support.
Understood.
And I want to piggyback on that for a second. Within the Community Reentry Network program, there is a community. And like Ms. Selexman stated, they will pull a counselor to the side, which is another unique thing about this reentry program. We have 7 counselors here. They're licensed professional counselors, MSWs, licensed chemical dependency counselors. So the beauty about this is that because there is a community within the community, they will pull someone to the side. Hey, I really think you need to check on this person or that person. And we'll call, hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Is there anything going on we want to talk about? You know, the searches are still here available to you. So they will come in and we'll have those conversations, and they're very receptive to what we have to offer.
Understood. So how do folks go about being enrolled in this program? What website would they need to go to, or who would they need to go to downtown to actually say, hey, I want to be a part of this great machine you all have going on to get back into everyday society?
Good deal. So anyone can come to this location, the Cashmere Multi-Service Center. It's located at 4802 Lockwood Drive, Houston, Texas, 77026, and or they can call us at 832-393-5467. And we are available Monday through Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or they can catch us on our website. It is www.houstontx.gov, and in the search they can put in Community Reentry Network Program or CRNP.
Okay, awesome. Well, as we close out, I want to say thank both of you all, because it's not oftentimes you find people that are putting their all behind people that are coming out of prison and that's seeking to make an everyday living for their families so they don't go back. But it's good to know we have guardians at the gate, such as yourselves, to make sure that doesn't happen. So again, Mr. Bell, thank you so much for your time. And Ms. Selexman, thank you so much for your time.